Namaskar everyone. So I thought I would do 2-3 videos where I am talking other than the interview series, so that you guys don't forget me and my talking. So in today's video I want to talk about lap of the master. Uh, it is something that totally transformed my life. Okay, what is lap of the master? I'll say that it is like a 2-day event in the ashram. That is a 2-day satsang with Sadhguru. Like, he is there totally for us. So we get to spend the entire day with Sadhguru in his presence, doing satsangs and other meditations. That's something so intense for me. So lap of the master is something very close to me, because it is something that I think turned the way my entire life is. So after I did my inner engineering, the lap of the master was announced. It's always during the Guru Purnima, which happens in July. And I was like, in inner engineering touched me so deeply that I wanted to, I know Sadhguru was always there with me, but I never seen him personally as a figure, as a human. Means physically I had never seen him, and there was this thing that I wanted to see him. So lap of the master was announced, and this is a very good opportunity. But at that time I had to go to Lucknow for my MPhil, and I thought, no, I won't come back. So I was talking to one of the central coordinators in Kerala, Somnathanna, who is very dear to me. So I talked to him, like, he asked me, are you coming for lap of the master? I'm like, no, Somnathanna, I am in Lucknow at that time. So what? You come. You have to go for lap of the master. And that was it for me. I was like, okay, I will come. What is the big deal? I can take a flight and I can come in Coimbatore. What's the big deal? And I decided, I came back, I registered, and I decided I would go for it. Now lap of the master is it's free for everyone. It's free for everyone who is an Isha meditator. That is, if you have completed inner engineering, you can go for lap of the master. If you want to make a contribution, you can make, since so many people are coming, the food, everything, accommodation is provided by the ashram. So if you feel like you can make a contribution during the registration, you can make a contribution. If not, also it's totally fine. It's up to you. There is no such thing. So I was in Lucknow, and I had registered only for the lap of the master at that time. But then I heard that there is also Guru Purnima happening, so I just preponed my ticket and I flew down from Lucknow. I had joined for MPhil, and I was finding it very nice. It was good over there. So much good friends I was having, nice ambience and everything. So I flew down to Coimbatore during a lap of the master, and first I attended Guru Purnima, and I was waiting to see Sadhguru. I was like, Sadhguru is coming now, Sadhguru is coming now. And when Sadhguru came, nothing happened. I was like, just like someone normal walked to the stage. I saw him, and I'm like, this is not something that I expected. I expected something big to happen within me, but nothing happened. And then like in Mahashivratri, there is this stage in the middle, and Sadhguru, after giving the satsang in Guru Purnima, he was walking. So at that time many people were running towards him like this, keeping their hands over there. So I also wanted to go do like that, but at the same time I noticed some people were just sitting like this, still. They were not moving, just as if they were in a different zone. So I was like confused. What should I do? Should I sit like this, or should I run there? I was still in such a state that what others did, I wanted to do like that. So what I did was, I sat and I looked at Sadhguru. That's what I did. So I don't know why I'm saying all this, but this is just my experience. I do not know whether it matters or anything, but this is how it went for me. After that was the 2-day satsang, and it is. But the way Sadhguru is in the lap of the master was something that I noticed. It's watching him in YouTube and being there. It is something is there. But like I always say, for me, whenever Sadhguru is not present, he's most present in my life. Like when he's absent, when he's not physically present, he's more present in my life. I do not know why that is. That's how it is. So one of the things that touched me most deeply in the lap of the master was, you get this session. There's a session where all the meditators, they can ask a question, like depending on the time, who maybe 5-6 people will only get the chance to ask a question. So for me, I did not have any questions. I had a lot of questions before inner engineering, but after inner engineering, all my questions just died down. I was fine with just doing Shambhavi. Shambhavi day and night. Whenever something bad happened to me, I did Shambhavi. Whenever something good happened, I did Shambhavi. Shambhavi was my life. That's how I had made it. So I did not have much questions, and even if I had questions, I knew most of the answers are there in YouTube. I just need to type out my question. Sadhguru has already answered it. So I never raise my hands to ask a question. But I'm not saying asking a question is bad. If you genuinely have a question, and in future if I have a question, I will definitely raise my hand and ask. I'm not like that oh, I'm a big guy because I don't have questions. No, definitely if you have a question, you should ask Sadhguru. Why not? So one of the persons, he raised his hand and he said this, Sadhguru, the way you have touched me, I have so much gratitude within me, and I do not know how to repay you. What is there something that I can do that I can repay you with? And when that person asked that question, I knew this was the question I wanted to ask, and I was eagerly waiting for what would Sadhguru reply. And Sadhguru said, see, your gratitude and the things you want to do. I'm not saying the exact thing like Sadhguru said. It's there in an article, you can check it out. This is just my interpretation of what Sadhguru said. I'm not a person who is expecting any gratitude from what is being given. I do not expect anything from you. The only thing I want you to do is, make sure that this gratitude, this thing, it is inside you. It becomes so intense that it burns you from within, and it just sets you on fire. And that just touched me. Like till today, whenever I have that, I keep it within me. It's so intense. It's too intense. And then Sadhguru said, he said something more. You can find it in that article. Let me see if I find that article. I'll link it below. But if at all you feel like you want to do something, this is 1 year back. He said, this is the year that things are going to happen in a big way. And if you have some free time and you feel like you need to do something, you come and you make it happen for others around you. There's a lot of work to be done, and this is the year we need to make it happen. And after that, it just hit me. I knew I have got my answer and I need to do it. All my goals, aims, ambitions, achievements, being fame, everything I dropped right there. Not right there, I wouldn't be lying that at that moment it clicked out, but I think some kind of seed was planted in me, and it just burned me from within. I knew I had deep gratitude. I knew I wanted to give something back, but how was always the question, and I knew I was answered. And then I went back to Lucknow, and 2-3 days I did my Shambhavi, and I kept this within me. I did not jump into any decisions, but then I realized I need to do this. The only way this year is the thing, it's gonna go up in a big way. So I thought YouTube is not what I want to do. It's neither psychology. I don't want to do that also because it's getting nowhere. It's just according to my sense, I was trying a whole lot of nonsense and it's not going to help me or others in any way, so that's not it for me. So then I decided that making inner engineering happen, and maybe volunteering at the local center, just volunteering at the local center is most important. So that's how I left everything and came back. Even in the lap of the master, when Sadhguru said, when this person asked about gratitude, even in the end Sadhguru said this, like, if you want to do something at all, there is this Twitter post that he does every day, and every day you can do this, just retweet it, because now everyone is on social media, and if something can reach out to people, it is social media. So I was just awestruck, me, and I'm sure many of the meditators around there, if Sadhguru had told me, you have to give me your life, you had to leave everything and come, or you have to give me 1 lakh rupees as gratitude, most of us would have given it. Okay, we would not have think twice. But Sadhguru never asked any of such stuff. He just wanted us to retweet a tweet of his. Or how much time does that take? 2 seconds? 1 second? No, that's all that he asked. And from that day till today, I have kept on retweeting. 1 or 2 days I have skipped during the volunteering for inner engineering. Sometimes by mistake I forget, but I make sure I retweet it the next day. But I have never skipped. For me, each and everything is important. Maybe the two second of retweeting is as important as volunteering at the local center, or volunteering for Mahashivratri at the ashram, or even attending a Samyama program. For me, retweeting that tweet is as important as Kangana Ranaut says, the PhD of Isha Foundation, Samyama. I have not kept it apart. That Twitter sadhana is as important for me, and I do it. So if you have done inner engineering, definitely come for lap of the master, and if you haven't done inner engineering, do it and come for lap of the master, because Sadhguru is very busy. It's once in a while you get to see him, and lap of the master is you are in his lap actually. So it's a great opportunity. You have to make it happen. It's very beautiful, and a living master is here. So to be in his presence, to spend day with him itself is certain grace, an opportunity. If you are in India, you should definitely come. Do not make excuses. Try to not. I'm not saying do not make. Try to not make excuses about leaves, family, travel expenses, or whatever it is. People from around the world, they're just dying to make it happen. And I've seen so many people coming from abroad, spending so much money, leaving their jobs. We are in India. We need not do all of that. So you have to make it happen. Definitely do make it happen. It will definitely touch you. Even if it doesn't touch you, it's a blessing to be in his presence. And yes, I want one thing that I would like to say at the end of this video is like that Twitter sadhana. I would like many of you who like Sadhguru's videos, or who like my videos, or whatever it is, to take up this. If you don't have Twitter, please download Twitter, create an account. It just takes 5 minutes. Every day morning at around 8:15, the quote, the Sadhguru quote, he tweets it. So you just need to retweet it. It just takes 1 minute to tweet it. Just retweet it with a comment if you have something. It will reach a lot of people. So definitely do that. Also, I'm sure that many of you might have seen my interview with Frederick Anna. If you haven't seen it, it'll come right now on top. So he has started his own channel. So do go to his channel, and he will be putting out a lot more videos, and you can also ask him his query, and definitely show some love, and definitely subscribe to his channel and click his bell icon, and share his videos, and show some love, and spread it around. So that's it for today's video. I hope you guys like my video. And we have a Facebook group called Inner Engineering Unofficial Page by volunteers. There are around, I think, 12,000 or 13,000 people right now, and it's a very beautiful community. You can talk about your experiences, or whatever it is that you want to share over there. So join that community, and I have a certain other interview series playlist. You can also check that out if it's the first time you are on this channel. So I hope you guys have a great time, and make it happen for yourself, and for all those around you. Namaskaram.